Oh, what is going on, all you amazing viewers to play later? How we doing today? Oh man, you having some great builds, having some great victories on the tabletop. How's your painting session going? Have you gotten more quality paints? I don't know, I'm kind of curious. Black Friday was a blessing to me. And speaking of that, this is another Black Friday deal I was able to get my hands on. As you know by that thumbnail, everything you clicked on to get here today, we're jumping back in the world of Star Wars Shatterpoint. I know. Just bear with me, okay? Today, we've got the Hello There Squad Pack, or Obi Wan and the 212th Commandos. But we're going to get into all this fun stuff in just a moment. You know how we have to do things here on the channel. We need to get the adulting out of the way before we can play. So first up is a word from our amazing unofficial sponsor.
So there I was, 23 years old, prime of my life. I woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and my hair was thinning. It was all falling out. It wasn't until I discovered this one solution that changed everything. My first initial thought was, it's gotta be genetics, right? It's not my fault, this is genetic. Go and find out. I'm not the only one dealing with thinning hair and confidence issues. And it was nuts because we started to change everything in our routine.
We started looking at what we were putting in our bodies, what we were eating, how much water we were intaking, and then we started working out and taking care of ourselves, but still something was missing.
But also what we put on our body is drastically important to our skin and hair health. So we ditched all of those chemical fill products. We started using healthy, organic ingredients and took it upon myself to start creating these organic ingredient products to help people. I have a solution for you. Ditch all of those chemical fill products and grab something that's organic, natural, handmade, something that your family will thank you and your health will thank you. Make the switch today.
Great man, incredible company. Seriously, click the link down below in the description box. You will not be disappointed. Woo-hoo! It is good quality gear. I have been with him since day one, and loved everything. Make sure you abuse the ever-loving F out of that viewer exclusive discount code. All right, with shipping and everything, I paid $32 on Black Friday stuff to get it. But currently, as of filming this video on Wednesday, December 4th, 2024, it is $39.99 Prime, 2-day eligible on Amazon. Don't trust Amazon prices, and I should say not prices, but delivery days, because they always have something that happens. Just woosah. Okay, so Star Wars Shatterpoint is not brand new, it's been around for about a year. It's a game offered by Atomic Mass Games. I know, it sends a shiver down my spine too. They always come out, they always drop something amazing, and then it's like they just pulled the rug right from underneath you. They're like, hey, it's great that you invested your time, your money, your paints, and everything else. We're no longer going to support this game. But what I like is they're taking, I don't want to say iconic moments from Star Wars, but some definite moments, and turning them into miniatures, which I can so seriously get behind. That pose with Obi Wan, that's like one of the classic poses, because if I've got this right, and this is the way I've always learned it, Obi Wan was a master of defense. Where most of the Jedi fighting tactics were offensive, Obi-Wan was purely defensive in his stuff, and he was a purebred master at it, which is why the Council sent him to take out Grievous, because Grievous was pure offense, and they figured Obi-Wan would have the best chance to take him down. Cody, right as he's getting the Order 66 and the 212th. Well, I should say maybe not right as he's getting the Order, but that was a class, yeah. As he's getting the thing. It's a classic thing. Okay. I'm going to show you miniatures in a moment. But still. One of the things I don't like about Atomic Mass Games is they're not putting instructions in the box. They give you a little QR code. They want you to go to their web store. But I do like the fact that you get your cards and everything else you need to build your deck with this force. The thing that I don't like is you get them in like 7 different languages. So if you can give me cards in German, you could put a piece of paper in that damn box that tells me how to build my stuff. There's nothing worse than having your smart device in front of you and you're trying to cut things and clip things and your screen goes dark for a moment. You got to refresh and go, okay, that piece needs to go here. It's just me. I'm old school. I want that instruction thing in front of me. I'll show you the cards again here in a sec. But like I've been saying, if you can give me this, you can give me instructions. what I love about Shatterpoint, it's a back and forth kind of thing. So you'll take one draw from your deck, your opponent will take one draw from their deck. These are the cards from the 212th. Alright, so you got Obi Wan, there's Cody, and then there's the Troopers. What I like is that little symbol you see right there on Cody's card. He has an action that he can do every single turn for free. So they're giving you a reminder, hey, come look right here. You get, well, basically, their action stuff. You know, the things they can do when you're causing damage and everything else. But what I like is, basically you have peaceful Obi-Wan. Angry Obi-Wan. You get to choose which way you're going to play him. So I think that's cool as well. The other thing I thought was great was, essentially, when Obi-Wan is your boss, that's how many points he can spend on building his deck. Everything has a points cost or a patrol cost or whatever cost. As you see right there, Cody is 4. His 212th Troopers is 4. So basically, he can command on the battlefield 3 little troopers, which I thought was neat. The other thing I thought was cool is, on some of these, like right there and right there, your stuff that you're building has to come from the same era, okay? So basically, you can't take Anakin Skywalker and put him together with Darth Vader. You can't do it. But you could have, say, Aj Ventress joining Obi-Wan or Ahsoka because they're from the same era, and it opens up brand new interesting things for painting and lore and other things that you can add. Granted, Star Wars has a hell of a lot of lore, right? Hey, but you know, there's his ability, and I like the fact that you have these things sitting right down there. I like it. Every single, basically, boss that you have has a secondary unit and a supporting unit. So you've got Cody as your secondary, and there's your supporting. So I think that's kind of neat in of itself. Alright, those are the cards. I'm about to show you the miniatures because I've been wanting to put these guys together for a little while because that is a classic, iconic pose for Obi-Wan. You know, with the lightsaber out, his hand out, because he's a master of the defensive tactics. Everything comes in little baggies. Yay. Okay, so everybody here is going to go on a small base. Now what I like is if you pay attention to some of those bases, you can see that there's dirt on some of those, or your scenery or whatever, that you can buff out. I just painted today, finished painting a unit of battle droids done the Roger. And I decided to do the whole bottom with texture paint. So we're going to see how that goes, you know, Armageddon Dunes. Hopefully, if I remember right, it's a crackle paint, so I'm going to let it sit for a couple days, and maybe it'll crackle and give me an interesting, arid, deserty look. I have this idea about, like, say that's the steel or the concrete, and then that can be done with, you know, texture paint. Okay. Now, here's your miniatures. Basically, all your guys are going to be kind of right in the same area. Now, I am curious. I'm going to have to download the assembly instructions for, you know, this Obi-Wan thing. I am really, really curious if they give you the option to have Cody without a helmet or with a helmet. I don't know. I know in the Clone Wars they did a lot of stuff without helmets. Oh, looks like he's got a helmet. Okay, I can handle that. No problem. Because I kind of prefer that. You know, some of these are giving you like a little bit more scenic base, you know, stuff that you can use. I do like this. Some of the size of these guys have reminded me, like I'm looking at my battle droids sitting right next to some of my Adeptus Custodes. And they're about not like bulk-wise, but height-wise the same size. So it shouldn't be that much harder making a transition. I will say, painting those battle droids was real simple. Primed them in white, Howling Sand, speed paint, strong tone wash, picked out the gun in black, picked out the antenna in a black, and gave them some blue markings. Because battle droids came from all over, and there you go. And yeah, they weren't... Oh, God. All right, matter of fact, one sec. Seeing how I'm sitting here talking about it. So there's the battle droids I just finished. Okay, see what I mean about the base? And I don't know, maybe it's starting to crackle a little in there. So I just kind of picked it out. They're easy to do, they're fun to do. And like I said, these guys were done. Not assembly. Assembly was a pain in the you-know-what for these battle droids, just simply because they're so spindly and so fiddly. And... Well, yeah, so... I don't know. I get a lot of stuff like with the battle droids, Coruscant. You know, they had, Geonosis and some other things. But I'm trying to do something a little bit more scenic with each base and try to keep it an overall theme when you're putting people together. Like, I just got in the General Grievous pack, and I'm giving serious thought to the first Clone Wars cartoon. Not the one that was filmed on Skywalker Ranch with Dave Filoni. The one before that, which looked like a really bad Rankin Bass cartoon. And if you know what I'm talking about, you're old and you are my people. Grievous was straight white metal in that cartoon. So I thought about trying to do a throwback for that. But still, do I think Shatterpoint is going to become a colossal worldwide sensation? No, I don't. Do I hope Asmodee and Atomic Mass Games, those guys, keep it afloat for a while? Yeah, I do, because these miniatures are kind of iconic and kind of fun. They've been interesting to put together so far. I've got the box set, which I got on Black Friday as well. I've got out of the 1817 put together, because I just don't have the patience to go back and do battle droids again. If I never have to put those spindly little Roger guys together again, I'm going to be happy. But I'm starting to get off track, just like I usually do. Okay, so we're at the best part of the video. Seriously, we really, really, truly are. I want to know your questions, comments, love, hatred, anger, all that fun stuff down below. Have you ever played Shatterpoint? Have you ever thought about it? It looks really, really fun. It does. From what I understand, scenery is really key to a great Shatterpoint battlefield. Let's get honest. How many times in, the Clone Wars, the Bad Batch, or the whole Star Wars saga, you saw people fighting over an empty flat field? Hardly ever, right? So this could be a lot of fun. It's rekindling that inner geek in me for Star Wars, and I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. But yeah, so, like I said, leave all that fun stuff down below. Now, the best way to support the channel is leave a big old thumbs up and drop a comment down below. Helps me trigger the algorithm, helps you interact a lot more, and keeps the insanity going. But there we go, guys. My quick, weird look at Star Wars Shatterpoint. Hello there, Squad Pack, or Obi Wan and the boys. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Hopefully you're having a great day today. Hopefully you're having a safe day today. And Emperor willing, one day, real soon, we'll be rolling dice across the tabletop.